Hi, I'm Leith from Prestige Pianos and Organs, and today I wanted to show you some quick little tricks of how to get excellent sounds out of the instrument with very little effort. And I'm going to start by going over to what we call the one-touch setting button. Here, if you look at the layout, at the very far left, we have a button called the one-touch setting. I'm just going to turn that on, and what this does, it gives us sounds to match styles. Let me show you. I'm going to go over here to the rhythms, and I'm going to select the one I'd like, and I've gone into Movie Classic, and what it does is give me 4 different types of styles. So the rhythm will change slightly, but the sounds will also change. So that's all we have to do. I'd like to have an introduction. We have 3 introductions. Play your first chord. Change it. Again. The final variation. So that has set everything up for me that I need each time I press these A, B, C, D buttons. Let me go to another style now. Let's go to something total Latin beat. And there are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of operations here in terms of sounds and rhythms to match. Now I've picked a bossa nova, my introduction. See on the right hand side of the keyboard we have right 1 and right 2. These are simply the sounds it's going to give me in each preset. So right 1 at the moment, there's a string there. Right 2, there's a vibraphone, and then right 3, there's a harmonica. Say I just wanted the harmonica, I turn off right 1 and right 2. Or say I want to add right 1 voice with it. So we can make multiple settings using this setup. I've actually put my own favourites and I put them into the registration memory buttons here. So here's one of my favourite ones I've put in. to show you some of the beautiful articulated sounds available on this instrument. Going to be using one of the one-touch settings, the ones that are built into the instrument. They're absolutely hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and this one I've chosen is from the jazz rhythm section here, and it's called Classic Big Band. Now remember, when I'm playing, I'm using the variations here, A, B, C, D. I just push them to get my variations and my rhythm sounds, and I'm using an introduction. You've got 3 introductions, short, medium, long, and you've got 3 endings. So when you're playing these, you start the piece, hold the chord until that light goes out, and you can actually hear how it really is the right time to start that piece of music. You can feel it coming because it gives you a very clear introduction. So here is the classic big band style, all ready to go, all built into the instrument. To finish our little segment on this keyboard, I wanted to do some close-ups to show you what buttons I've been using, how straightforward this keyboard is. If we have a look at the layout, very simply over here you will see the style section, or the rhythm section, another word for it. To use the different styles, and the way I use it very quickly, is we turn on the one-touch setting button here. This is this button located on the far left. We turn that on to give us the sounds to go with the rhythms instantly, and there are hundreds and hundreds. Then, if you wish, you can use an introduction 1, 2 or 3 by selecting, and then you have the variations. And if we look at the screen, straight away it's set it all up, ready to play. We've got, on the left hand, we've got an accompaniment singing, we've got a grand piano, a sweet trombone, and a big band. You will notice this one's lit up. That means that's the sound we're hearing at the moment. If we want to add the other sounds, we can simply add them. You can look at what the other sounds are, but if you want to add them over here on the far right, we add them here. So if we want to add the trombone to the piano, we hit right 2. And if we want to add the big saxophone, big band sax, we add 3. So we can have any of these sounds and we can turn them off at our will. This is just in one preset, so I could just have the saxophone, or I could have the trombone, I could have them all together, or I can turn them on and off at my will. I can bring in, and on this little side here is our left button, and that gives us a sound on the left hand on the chords. If we look a little bit further, at the end of the piece when I've finished playing, so I've come to the very end, we have 3 buttons here for the ending, short, medium and long. Just like the introduction buttons we mentioned before, we have ending buttons, and that will finish off the piece. Over here on the keyboard, we have registration memories. This simply means we can store anything we like. We can take a snapshot like that. So if I want to keep that I'm doing, I simply hold the memory button here, and I hold one of the numbers, and there it is now, it's in there. Every time I go to that, it is going to be that favourite registration. So I can put them as simple as that if I wish. As well as this, over here are our rhythm section. And being Yamaha, very intuitive. As soon as you pick a style, it brings up all the rhythms here in the jazz selection. And then you've got the pages at the bottom, which we simply can use. You can either touch them like this, that's right, and there they are. So in this one here has 5 pages, and there's even more. There's a little arrow. So it's got 6 pages. Each one will be different. If I go to a R&B, there's all your selection of R, and these all have presets to go with them, so really good. Over here are our voices or our sounds. These are located over here. We go exit, so to look at our sounds, if I go to organ, there's all our organ selection. Once again, we've got pages of them. Anything you want in an organ. And you've even, when you touch the organs, that will bring up the organ selection for you. If you went to guitars, there's all our guitars. Once again, that's not just what you see here. We have pages of them. So there's so much on this instrument. However, what I do stress is when you're playing it using left and right hand and you want quick, easy to use fingered chord, go and select the rhythm you want, use your introduction button, and away you go. Start playing.